Hi kids, today we're going to explore into animals and plants. You're going to learn about which animals and plants can provide food or materials for clothing and shelter, and how food is selected and prepared for healthy eating. There are a lot of different plants that are grown to provide people with food. For example, we can grow plants to produce fruit, vegetables, rice, wheat and beans. We can also use other parts of the plants for food. These include the leaves and stems of the plants. These provide us with food such as celery and lettuce. The roots of the plant. These produce food like potatoes, carrots and beetroot. And the seeds of the plant, which give us wheat, rice and ground nuts. But how do plants actually grow? Before plants turn into plants, they start off as seeds. So when we want a certain food, we need to make sure we select the right type of seed. Whether the plant be outside in a garden or on a farm or inside in a pot, you need to make sure you have the right soil mix to select that type of seed. Make sure you pay close attention to the seeds as they progress, and remember, for a plant to grow, it needs the right amount of heat and water. Individual people may have their own vegetable garden in their backyards, whilst most plant foods that are eaten in Australia are normally produced on orchards and farms or in greenhouses. Once the food from plants is picked, it is quite often packed with many nutrients, including antioxidants, minerals and vitamins. These keep the plants really nice once it is time for us to eat. That's how they're packed and prepared for healthy eating. Trees are a much bigger plant than fruit or vegetable bushes in the garden. Trees are a good source when it comes to shelter. There can be small to large trees, anywhere up to 75 metres. Huge. Tall trees take a lot longer to grow, sometimes up to a decade. The branches on trees can shelter humans and houses from weather effects such as rain, wind, storms and sometimes floods. How are animals grown for food? Some of the food we eat comes from animals. Beef comes from cows, lamb comes from lambs or sheep, kangaroo comes from kangaroo, and bacon or pork, which you eat for breakfast, comes from pigs. We also consume different parts of the animals. Most of these animals are grown for us to eat by farming. They are brought up until they reach a desired weight or age, and then they are taken to the slaughterhouse and they are cut up the right way for us to buy, cook and eat ourselves. Some animals are caught in their natural environment too. Animals are sometimes farmed to produce other things we eat. Chickens, for example, produce eggs, cows produce milk, and bees produce honey. When we eat animals for food, they are high in protein and several vitamins. These are really good for us as they help us live longer, give us strong bones, and provide us with lots of energy.
Created using Powtoon.